My viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. You guys probably seen the news already. Davante Adams just got released by the Jets. We kind of seen it coming. Either he'll get traded or get released. You know, a lot of teams might not be gunning for him fully because they're like, hey, they're gonna release him. There's no point in trying to trade to get him like that. You can try to negotiate in free agency maybe. And we've seen Davante Adams get released, and we'll see a lot of teams out there. It should be a lot. About 20, I must say about 15 to 20 plus teams looking for Davante Adams. He's still a good player. He still put over 1,000 yards last year, even with all the stuff that's going on with the Jets and stuff as well. I think Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be out the door as well, whether he gets traded somewhere or whether he get released as well. The Jets going in a different direction, of course, with new coach Aaron Glenn, new GM and all that stuff. So we're going to see Davante Adams on a different team. There's a lot of teams that could probably get him. My Steelers is one team that need to be probably gunning for Davante Adams, try to bring him in, because Davante Adams is a nice asset to bring in, but most likely he's going to try to play with a team that have a solidified quarterback position. Quarterback over there who's solidified will be a franchise guy, so we probably see the Ravens probably interested in the mix. The Chargers as well. The Chargers could definitely use a guy like that. Lamar Conkley played very good last year with the Chargers, so adding another guy over there to help him out too as well will help out a lot. So they definitely be in the mix, of course. The Chiefs, of course, they always find a way to be in the mix, so we'll see them probably over there as well. So it's a lot of teams that probably be looking for Davante Adams. Maybe back to the Packers. You never know. You never know. Go back to the Packers. Got a young receiver core over there. Add a veteran like Davante Adams back. Go back there. You never know what could happen like that. So it's be a lot of teams. The Patriots is a team too. They don't have a quarterback that's solidified, not just yet, because Drake May is still kind of getting things going. But Drake May is probably the guy. You see the potential there. So add a guy like Davante Adams there. You might have to overpay sometimes. If you have a team that don't have a quarterback who's solidified, who's still trying to get it and find it and grasp it, you might have to overpay a little bit to bring the free agent in. But hey, you bring a guy like Davante Adams in on one side with Dylan Polk and all the other individuals, try to bring in for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel's there now as well to try to help some things out. You probably see your team kind of get bolstered up a little bit. So we'll see where Davante Adams land. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think, what Davante Adams is going to be, what spot, what team you're going to go to, and what's the asking price as well like that. Because he's still in his prime. He's still playing very good at a high level as well. Last year might have been a little down year. He still put over 1,000 yards even in a down year like that. So he's still playing very good, still able to get open and make plays and be a playmaker, and still elite level receiver. Still a top 10 guy probably in this league as well. So and a receiver in this league as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he found himself on a contending team as well. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about that. Also, I want to discuss, of course, the draft stuff has been going on. Of course, you see, of course, the combine that happened. We've seen like 5 or 6 O linemen do sub 5 as well like that. I think that just like last year's, which is the most top at the most and stuff. So a lot of those linemen be moving very fast and doing some great things. We've seen, of course, the running back show out, the Marion Hamptons and all the different individuals showing now, playing very good and stuff and showcasing themselves in the interviews. We didn't see, of course, Cam Ward or Shadeur Sanders participate in any of the the stuff. They probably do their pro date stuff and see some things that happen right there, probably do some throws there. But we see a lot of different things or reports that saying that some of the QB coaches and like anonymous sources, they didn't really reveal the name. They never reveal the names. Like, put a name on it. If you're gonna say something, put your name on it so we can see who's saying it. But they're talking about the Shadeur Sanders saying that he was too brash and too arrogant. Some people sometimes they kind of like construe and mix up, arrogance with confidence sometimes. Shadeur Sanders is a very confident quarterback. Most quarterbacks are confident like that. We've seen it from throughout history. The Baker Mayfields, the Cam Newtons, the top guys who are confident, who know their skill. And as you see, Cam Newton, the MVP, Baker Mayfield doing very good, with the Buccaneers and stuff as well. Are you seeing those guys go out there and be able to compete at a high level? They just carry themselves with confidence. And sometimes it can get a little mixed up as arrogance a little bit. We know Shadeur Sanders come from a big name in Deion Sanders, and so automatically going to have a lot of hate surrounding the name as well. I think people always seem to like have some type of disdain for the Sanders. I don't know why. You think they'll support the stuff, be like, hey, a family, got everybody in the family working, going out there competing and going hard. He's not giving them handouts. He let them go out there and play and compete and do stuff like that. Like Jackson State, when he got Jackson State, he had to compete for that quarterback job. He got it, and you see it was the right decision because he went out there and balled out. When he went to Colorado, balled out as well like that. So I don't see how to get like a lot of knack for that. Like Deion Sanders being there and helping his sons like get to the best spot possible. That would any parent would do probably. So I don't know why they get a lot of hate for that. Maybe it's just because the namesake, because the big name are surrounding it. We probably see the same thing happen to Archie Manning as well in the future. When he gets around the draft, you start seeing a lot of reports saying, well, he's this and that, because the big name surrounding them, just like Bronny James and all the different individuals. When you have a big name surrounding you, you kind of get that little extra stuff on you. But I think Shadeur Sanders is a good player. Like I mentioned before on my draft analysis, he sees the field well, and he has that natural intangibles of leadership, like to be a guy out there who can lead a team who just fits the mold of being a franchise guy. He has good accuracy as well, good touch on the football, especially being able to attack the middle of the field. As you guys know, in NFL, you got to be able to attack the middle of the field consistently at a high level, and he does that well. He had 72 completion percentage last year. The only thing that really was bad about his game, the sacks. He took some sacks. Now, some of the sacks was on the O-line, not being able to block too much, because I think he got sacked 53 times, like in 2023. Then last year, I got sacked 42 times. Some of the sacks was his fault a little bit, trying to extend plays and make things happen. You know, young quarterbacks who are confident, they're going to try to make plays and stuff. But I think he'll learn that in the NFL, like, sometimes you can live to see another day, like that. You know, it never hurts for a kick. Sometimes you got to, you know what, we're going to punt this ball. We'll live to see another day. We'll see what happens. Caleb Williams had to learn that a little bit too, because he took a lot of hits early on in the season. And Richardson, the same thing as well from the Colts. He still take a lot of hits as well. So sometimes the quarterback's got to learn. You can't get it all in one place sometimes. Sometimes you just got to go out there, take what the defense is giving you, and when it opens up, you get it. But Shadeur Sanders, besides that, he's a very good player. You really don't see too many negatives on his play. I think he'll be an amazing player. People keep trying to compare him to, I think in one video, they're trying to compare him to Lamar Jackson, telling he's not who he is. I'm like, he's nowhere near Lamar Jackson play style. Shadeur Sanders is a pocket passer. Just because a guy can run out and be mobile enough to get a first down with his legs does not mean he's dual threat. I see people saying Mahomes is a dual threat. Mahomes is not a dual threat quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. Not dual threat. Mobile don't mean dual threat. Aaron Rodgers is mobile, but Aaron Rodgers dual threat? No, dual threat is like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, guys who are rushing for 600, 700 rushing yards in a season, who they design plays for. You have RPOs and direct QB keepers and stuff for those guys. That is a dual threat. Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. Shadeur Sanders is mobile, but those guys are primarily pocket passers. Pocket passers guys. They do most of their dance from the pocket. So like Cam Ward is a pocket passer. Just because the quarterback is black does not mean he's a mobile dual threat quarterback. You know, he's a mobile quarterback. Yes, he can get the pocket and run and make things happen with his legs, but he doesn't do his damage. Look at the rushing numbers of Shadeur Sanders and Cam Ward and come back to me. Just like Michael Penix Jr., he can run a 4.5, but he's not a dual threat quarterback. Look at his rushing numbers in college like that. So because they are mobile, that doesn't mean they're a dual threat quarterback. So a lot of people get that mixed up a little bit. I seen that video comparing Shadeur to Lamar, like they completely different play styles, completely different. You know, Lamar, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, those guys are dual threat. Jaden Daniels, dual threat guys. Those guys, they design plays for them to use their legs to make things happen. You know, other guys are just mobile. But that's a full story for a different time. But what else I want to talk about? The free agency, of course, is I think on March 12th was when it officially opened. We can start doing a lot of things. We've seen a lot of different people getting re-signed. We did see T. Higgins get franchise tag again. I did not expect him to get franchise tag again. I thought maybe he probably get a good term deal. He's still getting paid, of course, the market value, but it still feel crazy a little, because sometimes you can get franchise tag and you get injured on the tag, and then your number can drop for the long-term deal or something like that. So I know that I think they're gonna change that rule a little bit, the NFLPA. Maybe where you can just franchise tag a guy once instead of doing it back-to-back years. So we'll see if he stays with the Bengals, or like the Bengals just doing that just so you can trade him later on or something. I don't know. But T. Higgins is an amazing player. We know he's a phenomenal player. He's a great player. But I think T. Higgins is going to probably see himself maybe on a different team eventually, though. Like, I think a team's going to probably trade for him, or we'll see what he does with his franchise tag thing, what happens, of course. But the Bengals has always been an organization that's been kind of a little cheap, a little bit cheap like that, and paying certain individuals and certain stuff. I know they got to focus on defense, of course, mostly, because that's where a lot of things happened last year. Of course, Burrow balled out. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, when he was injured a little bit of time, but when he played, he was very good too, as well, balling out. But the defense cannot stop anything really early on in the season. A lot of those losses they took early on, that slow start, was mostly because of the defense as well. But then later in the year got better, but you still need to add more pieces around. So we'll see them probably draft a lot of defensive pieces around to help. In the secondary, maybe some more linebackers and other things as well. But yeah, but free agency going to have a lot of people. Might see a lot of different names and big names getting released as well, like that. People asking for a release and people getting released and seeing different things trying to switch out. We've seen Darius Slay get released as well. You know, I kind of figured that was coming. I remember I talked to I was talking to I think my uncle the other day about that. I said I think Darius Slay. That was on Sunday. I said Darius Slay probably most likely get released. Well, like you know, kind of seeing like Quinyon Mitchell, what he did, and what Cooper DeJean. I told you guys Cooper DeJean gonna be nice. I told you guys Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean was two players I had my Steelers drafting the last year. I was like, every time I did mock draft, I had those guys, one of the other guys on my team, and we did not draft them. The Eagles got both of those guys, which is crazy. Got both of them, and they balled out. You see what they did in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs. They balled out. They played very well. They can play press coverage. They can adapt. They have a great IQ as well. So it's like you have the veteran guys who can pay this money. You can save money by letting them go. You got a Super Bowl already with you. So hey, I feel like Darius Slay will probably get picked up by somebody. You know, we'll see exactly where he goes. Could go back to Detroit, really. You know, might as well go back to Detroit or go somewhere else like that to continue team as well and see what he does. But we'll see a lot of different names, of course, free agents in free agency and stuff, see exactly where people going. Stephon Diggs is a free agent. We'll see where he goes. He coming off an ACL tear and a lot of different individuals, so we have to wait and see what they do. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.